We're back for another Sunday morning still Bankroll challenge session. I wasn't going to play, but I spotted this guy here at one of the tables. We've got him tagged in purple, which to me means he's a bit of a maniac, so it seems like a good opportunity to grab a seat. We've got quite a big stack as well, so plenty of opportunity to be taking some money from him, I think. King 10 suited. I still got the backdoor flush, runner on a straight as well. Gonna be out of position. I'm gonna call and see what happens. Pretty decent card for us. Definitely be calling it again, as long as he doesn't put like a pot-sized bet or something ridiculous. Have a little stab at it, see if we can just bluff someone off. Actually, no. Yeah. Fold at SGE. You don't have it. You've got nothing. Fold it. And we take it down. Boom. I have been experimenting with getting music to play in the background, and to admit I've just given up altogether. I'm using some pretty basic recording software on a very basic laptop for this, so just the sound of my thoughts as they come through my head. 7-6 off in the button, we're not defending that. Okay, ace-8 off in middle position here. Get a limp. He's looks like a very limpy player. I think I'm just going to stay out the way for now. Make sure we've got some better reads on the table, but I'm looking at my HUD. Yes, this could be a very juicy table. So for part 3 of my bankroll challenge, oh, that's a dangerous. I'm just going to pause the video while I switch that screensaver off. Taking that off in the big blind. getting open from the cut-off. He's opening 43% of hands, probably more from that position, and we get a call from the big, from the button. I'm going to call him. Not a great flop for us. Obviously we've got the gut shot, I guess you'd call it. We're going to expect to get better here, and yeah, I think I'm probably beat here. We're not getting the odds for the gut shot. We've got no other draws, so I'm just going to fold it and smash the laptop to pieces when a 10 runs off. Yeah, I think I saved myself a few big blinds there by folding. Wouldn't have called the bet on the turn. 8-2 off and small blind. You know, I'm going to complete, see if we can see a free or a very cheap flop. You know, might could flop 2 pair or a set. Hey, could get 8-8-8 and flop a quads. Oh, pretty weak backdoor flush draw and bottom pair. We've got to check that back really in a multi-way pot. Checks all the way round, so pretty safe to assume no one's got the ace. We've had a king come. I'm going to check again. The fact that none of these guys hold an ace, you know, just increases the chances that one of them's got a king. But perhaps not. Okay, look, if no one's going to bet this, I will, with bottom pair. It's checked all the way round and all the way down. I think it's worth having a quick stab at the pot, even if we do get called and lose. We may get shoved over by Barbie here. Or Bob. Fold it, Bob. Fold. You've got nothing. Fold it. You're busted draw. And he does. Good lad. So 8 minutes in, yeah, probably 25% up. For some reason my HUD, restarting my HUD there, it's showing the wrong win rate. Ooh, quite a nice flop for us there. Yeah, flop trip queens, which obviously we just can't fold that. Hopefully he doesn't have a better queen in his hand, because we're just going to have to call it all the way down. I'll put out a small bet for value, see if we can get called by 10s. No, he folds and we take it down again. King 9 off. This guy's opening 88% of hands. It's a very small sample, but I think we can all agree he's obviously a complete and total fish. This guy's getting downgraded a little bit here. We've got some more hands on him. He's not quite as awful, but still a pretty bad player. But I'm quite liking this table so far. 25 hands in, that's not right. I can see sorry about that. Had the the layout slightly messed up. I'm going to fold the Jack 4 off in the button, certainly not going to squeeze with that. Eight 3 off is a obvious fold, we're not opening that. Okay, we've got Max Rom here. We've got him tagged as quite a tight player. Maybe gonna a bit looser than we thought. We've got a note on him. Okay, we've lost a hand against this guy in the past where he flopped a set of 9s and slow played us on the flop and the turn. I'm guessing probably suckered us into a big hero call on the river, which is one of the leaks in my game, and really one of the reasons to start making these videos. If I'm recording myself and recording my thought process as I'm playing, I'm really hoping that will force me to stay focused and not make these ridiculous hero calls and end up blowing off all the profit I've made in an hour-long session on one hand that I really did know better than to call. So $10,000, here we come. So far, so good. As we can see, Mr. Fraddy up here is quite a weak player. Mind you, Barb here is extremely passive. They've got a VPIP of 38 with a PFR of only 6, so obviously a massive gap there. It's a very small sample size, but I think we can start making some assumptions about how they're going to play. 9-8 off in the small blind, multiple limpers. I'm just going to complete. You know, we flop reasonably well. Not this time though. Flush draw, 3 to the flush on the board, and only a backdoor straight draw. Not even a particularly good one. We're just going to be checking this and pretty much giving up to any aggression. Yeah, I think even if we get 2 more calls here, we're not getting the odds. Get the flush draw. Oh, if only we had if we had 1 spade in our hand, I'd call that. But I just don't think we're getting the odds. But we're not getting the odds against multiple opponents, especially some very fishy ones. They're likely to start making big bets if they have got something, which save ourselves a street or 2. And there we go. If I'd had the spade, it would have been worth playing there. As it is, we've got absolutely nothing, or would have had. So I'm not quite pleased with the fold there. Jack 3 off in the button, facing an open raise from under the gun. And a call again. We're not going to squeeze from that. It's too weak to call with, so we're just going to fold it. I think from here we're going to sit out on the next big blind, so we're just going to play the next. We'll finish this this circuit. It's just a short, quick little session while I was taking a break from something else I was doing. Queen 3 suited, under the gun, doesn't really play. If it was a Queen 10, maybe down to Queen 9 suited, possibly worth calling, but not the Queen 3. And as you see, we would have flopped absolutely nothing anyway, so going to make sure we've got these players tagged as best we can here before we leave. Right, yeah, this guy's quite passive. He's BPIP of 20 and KFR of 0, so he'll just limp and call all sorts of things. Okay, we folded. Looks like, oh no, one more hand before we're back in the big blind, so one hand left to play in the session. We'll be calling it a day probably at about the 17-18 minutes mark. And last hand, Queen 7 off, under the gun, that's a fold, so we're just going to call that end of the session. And yeah, not a bad little result there. And there we go. Yeah, 17-minute session, 18 hands, 105 big blinds per 100. Biggest loss 7 cent, biggest one 27, EV net one of 38 cent. So yeah, nice little short session there. And it brings the bankroll up to 1440. So ticking along nicely. $10,000, here we come.